Well, good day. It is the 16th day of July, 2021. I'm back in Virginia, and it's very hot here compared to Chicago. The whole time I was in Chicago, cool and rainy, but nice hot Virginia weather. Well, today, the topic of this little presentation, I guess you could say, a particular agency is robbing both the cradle and the grave. Now, what does that mean? Well, when we say they're robbing, they're taking the young and the old. And that particular agency is an agency of the Department of Homeland Security. Well, actually, I'll take the suspense out. It's the Secret Service, okay? And some of you might have been interested in the Federal Air Marshal's position, which also comes under this huge umbrella of Department of Homeland Security. One thing I didn't know, but I found out, is that just a few months ago, and it still is in effect right now, the Secret Service is recruiting federal air marshals to join the Secret Service, which means a couple of things. Number one, they really need people badly in the Secret Service. Number two, they probably aren't all that concerned with the number of agents in the federal air marshals. I mean, now of course, anyone from any agency can apply to any agency they want, but they don't make a special invitation for employees of the federal air marshals, but the Secret Service has. Now, I'm aware of some other instances where that happened. For instance, in Iraq, during the Iraq War, the Army was actually saying if you're in the Navy and the Air Force, they call it blue to green. You can come over and join the Army and, we'll promote you faster or whatever, but you have to go to Iraq and maybe get hurt. I don't know. Not that, those other agencies did have, combat positions there, but the Army was really hurting at that time for recruits. I don't think they're doing that anymore. But the Secret Service is. The second thing they're doing is they're robbing the cradle. They're also robbing the grave. They have, for the last year, more than a year, and extending to June of 2022, they are advertising to reemploy annuitants. Now, what does that mean? If you are a retired 1811 special agent, you can join the Secret Service as a GS-13 and still collect your full retirement. See, if you're a federal retiree, usually it doesn't pay to go to work for the federal government because they offset your retirement. So basically, you're working for half or nothing, depending what grade you're getting. So if I took a job up at Quantico as a police officer, I just lose my pension and I get paid for doing work, but essentially I'm getting paid for doing nothing. I'm getting paid nothing because I can get what I'm getting there for doing nothing. They just send me the money every month as a retiree. But with the Secret Service, they have this special deal. Which, again, begs the question. Well, initially the cutoff age was 60. Now they've cut it. I could actually apply. I'm 61. I don't think I will, but I could. Now, for those going from the Air Marshals to the Secret Service, they have to go through the full employment thing, which doesn't make a lot of sense because they're already vetted to get into the secrets, to get into the Air Marshals. And what they have to do, they'll go through an abbreviated criminal investigator training program. And then they would go to the Secret Service Academy, the same one that the agents go to. For the retirees, you just go to an 8-week academy, which is a mixed academy for both uniform division and agents, depending on where they decide to put you. I'm thinking about the uniform division just because I live near D.C. and, I don't want to travel around a lot, but I wouldn't mind standing post, but maybe I would mind it, if it's 12 hours and, and you got to do it like a double or triple shift, then I would mind it, but be that as it may. So I'm put on a little bit, the vacancy announcements, talk about that, and then I'll come right back. Well, as I said in the intro, here is the recruitment information. It's a special invitation being made to federal air marshals. And again, I'm going to reiterate, anybody can join any agency they want, but for an agency to get permission to do a special recruitment on another agency, especially if they're in the same department, Secret Service would not be, I think, trying to recruit ICE agents, but here they are federal air marshals. And so that says something about the Secret Service. Number one, they're in bad need of recruits. Number two, they probably aren't looking to bolster the federal air marshals. Matter of fact, they wouldn't mind if a lot of them went away and went to the Secret Service. Now, what they will do is they have to apply for the special agent job. They have to go through all of the screening, but if they are hired, they don't have to go through the entire training. The criminal investigator training that they received at Glencoe is sufficient, but they will have to go through the U.S. Secret Service agent training at up in Maryland. So that's with regards to that position. And as I said, they're also raiding the grave. You know, they want reemployed. They want people who are retired 1811s to come work for them. Now, up until recently, this closes now on the 30th of 2022, June 30th. It used to just be, you know, I thought they were only going to do it for a year, but apparently they have vacancies in multiple locations and over 100 locations. So if you're willing to move, apparently, now this one you do not have to go through the whole recruitment process, but again, it only applies to former federal agents who are retired. And they give you an 8-week mixed academy at Laurel, Maryland. And until recently, there was a cutoff of age 60, but apparently that has been waived. So there you have it. I mean, the Secret Service robbing the cradle and the grave. So as I've said before, the protective services, the Capitol Police, they made an arrest the other day. Some congresswoman came in and tried to bring in these people from Texas who got on a plane so they wouldn't have to vote. And the Capitol Police arrested her. You know, there was no trauma involved, I'm sure. But the Capitol Police, 2,000 jobs. Secret Service, if you want to go into Secret Service, now is the time. Okay? You know, any other protective service, they're going to go way up. You know, DEA, the marshals, people who do the bread and butter law enforcement, non-protective, they're not getting big increases or any increases. Very few. So, you know, I know what I would prefer to do. I hate doing protective work. I do it now because I'm old, but, but as a young man, if you're in your 20s, do you want to stand a post? No, I want to go out and arrest people and lock people up. I mean, that's fun, Now, again, when you're 61, it's not fun, but when you're 20s or 30s, is there anything you would rather do? And the answer is, no, for me, but everyone is different. So hopefully this enlightens you a little bit or informs you a little bit, and hope you have a good day. Next one's going to be on the promotion process in the DEA, which also applies to the other federal agencies. Why some people put in for promotion, why others do not put in for promotion, what kind of people generally put in for promotion, and what kind of leadership do you have once you're in, because it really never changes. So I hope you have a good day, and thank you for watching.